At Fountain Studios, we have the largest fully equipped television studio in the UK. We can fit any show down from a very small promo right the way up to very large live light entertainment shows like Britain's Got Talent and The X Factor, which is what we have in the studios at the moment.
On The X Factor we have 3 EVS servers, each with 2 LSM controllers on it, all networked together to create Extra Factor and X Factor.
The pressure of the large light entertainment shows being live is that when you go on air and there are potentially millions and millions of people watching, you have to be certain that everything you have on site is going to work and work reliably for the duration of the show. Working
on the X Factor is probably the most stressful show that I ever have to do in a year.
So when I'm looking for the equipment that we put in the studio, reliability has to be at the top of the list.
There's so many things happening at the same time. Recording guest artists, recording VTs in at the last minute, having screen footage available at a drop of a hat, re-edits.
With EVS, we know that when we turn the machine on, it's going to start recording, and it will be recording reliably for the entire time. Any clips that we load in know will be replayed back reliably so that the material ends up on air.
Having to make it all work, I wouldn't be able to do it without using an EVS on this show.
We have our own EVS which sits in the rack permanently installed here, but we hire in other equipment, other XT servers, and we know that when they come out their flight cases and are fired up for the first time, they're also going to work reliably.
As an example of the EVS recording, editing and playing back at the same time, we have a scenario where the EVS operator is recording in the show live, clipping up all the performances and taking sections out to create a vote package.
Because of the variety of shows that we do, whether it be large light entertainment or quiz shows, the flexibility of the EVS being able to record a different number of channels or play back a different number of channels on a different day depending on the show is really useful to us.
There are times where it gets very close to the wire and we are playing out while the edit's still happening.
Also, when we have the 2 shows running together, in the example of X Factor and Extra Factor, all of the XT servers are networked together so they can share clips across the shows. If something exciting happens on the live show for X Factor, Extra Factor have access to that across the network so they can use it in their show.
You couldn't achieve that, as far as I'm concerned, with any other piece of equipment. To be able to record in live, to edit, and then play out of a different channel while you're still editing the end of it, it wouldn't happen.
EVS has become the industry standard for replay on all the entertainment shows that we do. Any clips that are played in, the director always says, roll the EVS.
EVS has been the most reliable piece of equipment that I've used for a long time, and I couldn't do the show without it.